ladies and gentlemen, this is a Golden Productions special. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ringy-ding that bell.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Alright, so for today's vlog, I'm going to be answering 100 questions from a random website. Now, starting with question number 1, what is the last funny video I saw? Okay, so it was a video of Joey Gallo taking ball 4. Ball 4 was dropped, and he's sprinting to first base, and he rounds first base, and then he trips on the first base bag and struggles to get back. So thankfully he was safe, but still one of the funniest things I've ever seen in a baseball game.
Maximum 2 crossings at a time. Keep walking, do not push. Caution, door can stop at any time.
Walking. I have done walking. I am now inside of a building. Time to go check in. As I wait in line for security, I am now going to answer question number 2. What do I do to get rid of stress? Well, I do a bunch of different things, but the thing that I try to focus on the most is distracting myself. And a good way of doing that is by kind of going back to lessons that I learned when I was young. Watching movies that I watched while I was little, or my personal favorite, watching Full House, which, funny enough, I'm going to San Francisco, baby! I'm just not mentally ready to be paying like $20 for a water bottle. But I know it's like a necessary thing that I gotta do. Really not looking forward to that. Then again, I do have to remember that I'm going to California, where literally everything is overly expensive for no damn reason. Alright, made it through security. Turns out I don't have anything on me. Pretty clean, I'd say. But that also means that it's time for a third question, which would be, what is something that I am obsessed with? There's a lot of different answers to this. I really love baseball and hockey as like my top 2 sports if I were to go on that. I watch Full House like almost every day if we're gonna go on like TV shows or anything like that. I make Star Wars references at least like once a day, so there's like a movie for you. Besides that, I do love researching like psychology and all that kind of stuff. You know, learning information is always such a cool thing to do, and that's something that I try to do as often as I can, when I can. This is just a total vibe. Alright, so I feel like everyone's kind of got their like trio of things that they get when they go on a flight, like in terms of snacks. Mine's Chex Mix, gummy lifesavers, and Swedish fish. Let me know down below what your combination is, because like everyone has like a different thing and it's super cool. Well, I'm now sitting down here at the gate waiting for the flight. It's gonna be about 2 hours, but hey, you know what? I guess it's time to answer another question. And this question is, what 3 words best describe you? I would say because why not are the 3 words that would describe me best. I have such a why not sort of thinking, because it's just like, you know, I get an idea and it's just like, you know what, might as well do it. You only live once, right? YOLO. Okay, but it's time for question number 5, which is, what would be my perfect weekend? There's a lot of things that could be a perfect weekend, but it's basically just kind of like a lot of going to places that aren't my house. I genuinely just kind of love traveling, going around. I love going to Mets games, so I mean, I guess, or pretty much any sports game in general. But beyond that, you know, traveling is always a lot of fun, you know. I love going to Disney World. Disney World's like my favorite place ever, so that also counts too, so.
Good morning,
Alright, so playing Minecraft pretty much took up, I'd say, a pretty good hour, and now we're about to start boarding, but not before it's time for one more question. So this question is, what is your favorite number and why? Well, for me, my favorite number is 9. I pretty much use it universally everywhere. Like my number this year when I played baseball was 99. And, you know, that's just sort of something that I got from my mom. I couldn't tell you why. But hey, I'm born on the 9th of April, so, you know, there's some 9s in my life, and I guess 9 just became my favorite number.
Backpack, laptop, and campus, so we can save space for large.
Alright, I have landed, and so that means that it's time for another question. So this question is, what is the most useful thing that I own? And I don't think the answer here is particularly in dispute. It's obviously my phone. Like, I don't think that there is a more useful thing in my life that I own than my phone, because my phone dictates almost anything that I do in my life. I can't do this without my phone. Well, isn't this a familiar face? Alright, so now that we are reunited, we now have to answer question number 9, which is, what is our favorite way to waste time, Maximilian?
In my case, it's gotta be getting high. I'm not even gonna lie.
He didn't filter himself there. He really didn't. Mine, it does not include that, but mine does include watching Full House and playing MLB The Show basically all day. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a checkpoint. I love how they had to put a sign there, but no trespassing, because this is the Full House house. Now, alright, that means that we have to now answer another question. Max, what do you think of tattoos? And do you have any?
I think tattoos are cool, but nope, I don't have any.
I am in that same boat. I don't have a problem with tattoos, but you know, if I'm going to get one, I want to make sure that it really has like some deep meaning to me. So, you know, it's more just about finding it and like knowing it when I see it, right? We have arrived. Where is he taking me? He is taking me here. Alright. Alright, Max, your entire legacy is on the line right now.
It's gonna be great. If you like Japanese food, you're gonna like it.
Okay, I take your word for it. Alright, Max, it's time for another question. Today's question is, have you ever had any pets?
I personally, I did not have any pets as a kid. No,
Not
the
even a
closest,
pet rock?
Well, the closest I ever got, I had these jumping beans, and that was the closest thing I ever had to a pet.
Well, for me, I've had lots of pets in my time of existence, and currently I have Sophie, who's the dog. I have Orange Boy, who's a big orange cat, and then we also have 2 pretty young cats, BB and Emmy, who are new additions to the family. And then we also have a bearded dragon and random fish thrown around for the aesthetic, I guess. Okay, Max, it's the moment of truth. Max, I will never doubt you again. This place is so good. Alright, so we just finished eating. Max, thank you very much. He came in clutch and he paid the paycheck on that.
It was
This dude's awesome. The place was great. I'm gonna believe him from now on anything he says. But for right now, as we cross the street at a questionable time, we do have a question. Actually, a follow-up to a question that I did before. The question before was, what are you going to be doing this weekend? Well, the question right now is, what did you do last weekend?
What did I do last weekend? Stayed in my dorm, watched Breaking Bad. you know, that was about it.
Stayed in his dorm watching Breaking Bad. Okay. I'm pretty sure I just worked. But my focus is entirely on these next 2 days because these next 2 days are going to be great.